to the Hank Cisco Show, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch that remote. We got a great show here today. I call it a great show, but I think it's a very important show. And this show is close to my heart. This is something that, you hear about people are home alone, elderly people that have a little bit of a problem. And here we have an agency that they call Campagna in Italian. So, but this is what?
The Senior Companion Program.
Right, it's Companion, okay. So they are so helpful. They come here, and I didn't know, when I first started, my wife, first stages of Alzheimer's, I didn't realize she wasn't answering the phone. Then she had the car and drove the Ambler and couldn't find her way back. Please call me, and so it was just a slow process before you find out that there was a problem. And then who do you go to? You ever hear that song, Frank Sinatra, who do I turn to, Well, you can turn to family service, really. And so, and it's Campagna, and I didn't know anything about it. You would rely on my daughters to assist, and each just got, moved along. So I invited Deborah Keller, but we'll call her Deb. She likes that best.
Do.
So Deb, she is the director, okay? So tell me what you do and what about this family services? Tell me about the Companion. I keep on saying Italian.
I don't have to say it in Italian back, do I? I hope not. Okay, well, we're with Family Services. Family Services sponsors this program.
The county, right?
Family Services of Montgomery County.
That's one of the branches, right?
It's a private, nonprofit agency serving all of Montgomery County. And they have been awarded this grant from the federal government to run the Senior Companion Program.
I mean, the federal government
funds this program.
How about the state? The state don't come up with no green stuff?
The state comes up with it through the county.
All through the county?
Yes, and through Aging and Adult Services.
But they don't come up with a lot, do they?
No.
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 They like what they say, they get paid weekly, very weekly.
Right. So the program's been around in the county for 10 years.
Wow.
Coming up in September is our 10th anniversary. I was hired by the agency to be the new director of the new program. And what we do is we recruit low-income seniors throughout Montgomery County, seniors 55 and older. I'm a little offended by that.
In other words, you're talking now about recruiting people to be companions. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
they get paid, right?
And they get a small...
Not a lot of money, but it's enough to,
they get a small,
give you gas money anyhow.
A small stipend from the federal government for being a volunteer.
Hello, President sent some more money in Montgomery County. Okay.
Thank you. I hope that works. The volunteers make visits to people in their homes, other seniors, helping them to remain independent at home as long as possible.
Now you have male and female companions?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And we have about 50 volunteers trained and active throughout Montgomery County right now.
Right now?
And they're all putting in...
Now, that's all. Now you have a little agency in Abington or someplace? Or do you just work out of one office?
We have our main office of Family Services is in Eagleville. Okay. And we have 2 branch offices, one in Pottstown and one in Culpsville.
Oh, okay. It's pretty well spread out.
Yes.
They don't have to come all the way to Northtown.
Right. And my program, I can only be in one place.
It's your program.
Right.
When I call for you. I don't call for the president.
That's right. That's right. And I am in Culpsville. My office is in Culpsville, but we serve the entire county. A lot of development
up there.
Yeah.
I read an article about all the development up around the Lansdale area.
It's
going to forget about Upper Merion because there's no more room to build over there. It's going to be out there.
That's right.
My daughter lives out there, right near that firehouse there, Tollemenson.
Oh yeah, that's right where our office is.
When you move out there, no man's land. My God, everything's building.
Right. But that's just my home base. We serve the entire county of Montgomery.
Now, my wife has Alzheimer's. Okay, but thank God that she sings and and the ladies that come. Can I say who they are?
Their first names, sure.
Well, the first name is Dee and Marion, and then I have another nurse, says a retired nurse that comes in the morning. She does, she takes care, washes, shower, this, that, and the other thing, But the companion, they the term of companion, right? They just help. They take them for a walk, right?
Right.
Ladies' room, men's
Right.
room, whatever, okay? Tell me what their duties are.
The
So
senior.
they don't I don't want them to do anything. They don't do anything with medicine.
No, they don't.
Screw things up.
Right, right. No, the senior companions provide non-medical companionship.
Good.
They're friendly visitors. They are allowed to help with activities of daily living, but they're not allowed to bathe or.
Yeah, feed them and
Right, they can
eat
feed them.
together. That's what they
Right.
do here.
They can administer medication, but they're not allowed to dose it out. They're allowed to monitor it. If it's already been dosed out by someone, they can give the medication reminder to
yeah,
the
okay.
person, but they don't dose it out themselves. And they don't do housework. They're not housekeepers.
No.
They're there
Oh, if something
for.
falls down, they'll pick it up.
Of course, they'll clean up their own messes. But they.
You know, the girls I have, they fall in love.
They
I
do.
got Catherine and Marion and
And
Dee,
Dee,
you know.
right, the three
and
of
they're
them.
really very good, you know. They fall in love with Dolores because she sings and she
Oh,
dances,
she's
you know.
delightful. She's
Just
delightful.
the other night, I'm on my favorite chair, like Archie Bunker, you know, my chair. And she's sitting there, and all of a sudden she gets up all by herself. You know, usually I get her and pull her up. And she gets up, and she gets a hold of my hand, and she starts pulling me. Come on, get up. Come on, get up and dance. You don't talk that much. Every once it comes out a little bit, you know. Come on. I'm saying, where's she getting all this strength? But thank God. And then they dance with her. They go for a walk,
Right.
you know.
And it gives you peace of mind to know that she's safe.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And that's what
so
we do.
nice,
That's
yeah.
one of the things that our volunteers do is they come into the home and give a caregiver the needed
Right.
break.
Well, let me tell you, I remember when I had, you know, I don't want to talk about my medical things because between prostate cancer and colon cancer and hearing aids and 2 hip replacements, everything, you know. So I survived, but it was pretty tough when I didn't have it because, you know, during the times when I'm convalescing myself, to have somebody there was really good.
Right.
So I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, you know, check it out. You know, when in doubt, check it out. If something, your aunt, your uncle, your mom, your somebody in your relations that needs some kind of help, make a call. And we got your phone numbers, and we got numbers to be on the screen. Call and find out. Help the you know, as you get older, you know, we want to, you know, I hate to say it. No, I hate to say it. I like to say it. When I had my mother and father, we had 4 boys and 4 girls. And being an Italian father, I never changed diapers, you know. Come on, you know. That was a lady's job, you know. So, but, you know, time come now, I have to, you know, help my wife. So I'm saying that maybe they should have a course, the young kids, because they figure to start helping these elderly people living longer, you know, so it's good for them to start learning. Don't wait until you get there, oh, I don't know how, you know, so I think it's something to think about, you know, that's something else there.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Well, in addition to giving caregivers the necessary break that they need,
That's
and
right.
keeping their loved ones safe and engaged socially while they go off and do whatever it is they need to do in their lives, we also visit people who live alone, just people who are lonely.
They're not even sick.
Right, not even sick.
Okay, that's another point.
They can just be lonely, depressed. They can have physical problems, but we can go in and just be a friend.
Just right.
They can go out together. They're allowed to go out. They can take walks. They
go
can go to
shopping.
the senior center. They can go shopping. If our volunteer drives, they're allowed to take them out.
They can go drive, take her for a ride or something like that.
If they drive, yeah.
Right.
Or they can use the Transnet cab service, you know,
Yeah.
hook up a ride together. We also help people out who live alone who need help with their activities of daily living. They're not maybe sick, but they're a little infirmed, or they can't get up well, they can't make a meal for themselves.
Yeah.
We can help them with lunch. We can help them with their laundry. We can help them make doctor appointments and things like that.
Right, make some phone calls and all. And like a caretaker myself, like, you know, I was pretty active, and thank God I had somebody comes from 12 to 4. And between 12 and 4, I can make phone calls, I can make visits, I can do a lot of things, you know. I couldn't do it before. And I was getting back to when I went to Dr. Blasco, I had on one of my hip replacements, my heart was going boop, 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 wasn't working right. So they told me it wasn't moving fast enough, so they had to put a pacemaker. And then, you know, I thought, well, I was feeling tired, you know, and checking, I said, wait. So he says, wait a minute, tell me something about yourself. He said, what do you do? Well, I get up and I take care of my wife and I this here sometime in the morning, you know, whatever. He says, you know, I think you're a little bit depressed. I think you better get some help, you know. So, you know, my daughters are all busy and everything. They help whatever they can. You can't rely on everybody, but I can rely on family services. So when he tipped me off on that and made a phone call to you, you came to the house, you brought the I think it was Dee, the first one, and introduced me to her. And, you know, so this was, you know, told what, and they met and everything. So it's really, you bring the care, not the caretaker, but the companion in there to meet. So they, if you don't say, I don't want nobody, no strangers in my house, you know?
Right.
So that's a good point there.
Very important to me too.
Some people say, well, I can't get out of the house, and I got, if I could only have a couple hours, you can get yourself 4 hours, whatever it may be, right? So that is a real good thing today.
It's a real good thing, and I'm very careful about bringing the companion to meet the client in the home, to meet the family preferably, so that everybody's comfortable. I want that initial meeting. I want to see the home. I want to meet the client. I want to know what the needs are, and then make the best match I can.
Right.
And in your case, you happen to have 3 companions.
Well, I
through
do,
the
yeah.
week.
Lucky.
But that's unusual. But the volunteers come on the same schedule every week.
And I don't pay them. They will not accept a tip or anything.
They are not allowed to.
So I try to tip one time. No. You know, so whatever. If it's a banquet or something like that, they can join me or so. You know, I take them for dinner with Dolores. So I want, and then sometimes we go shopping. My wife was she was a great shopper. You know, looking at dresses and hats and coats and all day long. You know, so I think it's Renata, not Renata, but the other D was telling me how she looks at all the expensive stuff. You know, I'm glad she's only looking. but
it is a free service.
I wouldn't have the personality that I have right now if I didn't have empathy. I would be most likely home, and you know, in the morning you have to change and all that stuff. You know, so so but I'm just happy that she's happy. You know, and I'm happy that you're happy. Right?
Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy,
including the volunteers.
All right.
The volunteers benefit from this too. It's not just you and Dolores, but they get a sense of well-being. They're needed. They have a purpose. They have some place to go, like a job.
Right.
And they're rewarded every day.
That's the companions.
That's the companions. They're rewarded with what they do.
Right. Now, I remember one time they said that they whatever pay they were getting, they got a cut because their funds were short. You know. Now, how
their pay never got cut.
Well, I don't mean the pay. I mean the time or something.
Oh, there was a time, yes.
Yeah, there was a time. You know, they said whatever. Well, there was a shortage of.
I had to shorten their hours.
There was a shortage of girls,
right.
You know. So that's one thing. So how do you stimulate some advertisement or get people to donate money? Can they donate money?
Absolutely.
How do they send it?
They can donate money directly to the Senior Companion Program. And I think
is that where they send over here?
Yes, Box 1197, Culpsville, Pennsylvania 19443. That comes directly to my office. They can send checks to Family Services, and they're on 3125 Ridge Pike in Eagleville.
Do you do any fundraising? Do you have anything of a fundraiser or anything?
We do fundraisers from time to time. We actually have the Evansburg Challenge. It's a trail run, a 10-mile trail run.
Oh yeah.
And that's
I know running.
We're
I'm a crawler.
We're looking for sponsors for that right now. It happens in October.
When's that going to be?
October.
Oh, October. Well, you got time.
We
Give
have
me time, and I will plug that before that time.
Yes, we're looking for sponsors, and people or organizations, companies can get their logo on the T-shirt if they sponsor enough for it. It's a great thing, and we kind of inherited that. It's going on its 15th year now, but this is only the second year for Family Services to have it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but it's very, very popular amongst runners who like to run in the mud.
Well, can't the federal government give you a little bit of a raise or something? How do you ask them? What do you do?
Well, this is coming from the federal government, and we're just hoping that we don't get cut with the budgets, what they are right now.
Make another phone call?
Please, yeah. Would you do that?
Hello, President. listen, you got family services here. They do a lot of work here. They help a lot of people. You know, yeah, yeah. Just cut one of your vacations out and send some money over here, okay? All right, thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think maybe he'll do that.
That'll
I don't
work.
know.
That'll work.
No, he's a good man, though. He's good. As long as he's getting money in there, you know, I don't want to rip the president of the United States, you know. So, all right, now, I'm so happy, really, to have you and your agency helping my wife, really. And you're helping the community because you're helping me help the community. I'm doing this here, I do that. I go down to missionary charities and help here. I have the time to do it, you know. When they say, the comedian says, I have more time than money, I spend my time. See, so how long, tell me something about yourself.
Well, I've been doing this for 10 years, come September. And it was just word of mouth that I heard about the program coming.
And where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Montgomery Township, right here in Montgomery County.
Oh, yeah.
I was born in Lansdale.
What school did you go to?
I went to North Penn High School.
North Penn. That's a good school,
Yeah.
right?
Then I have a couple of degrees. I have a degree in psychology from Lehigh University. I have a degree.
That helped you run this job, right?
Sure. And I have a degree in mechanical engineering, and that's from Spring Garden College, and that helped me too.
What a mechanical engineer, what do they do? I
They-
thought
they
domestic engineer's a wife.
Right. Mechanical engineers design things, machinery.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to
I
do
got
that. I used to do that.
That's great.
But I've really found my love
So
here.
you won't be unemployed, right?
I hope not.
Want to call the president? No.
No,
leave him
I
alone.
like what I'm doing now. It's very,
right.
very rewarding.
But this is the county, the money, in other words, the money goes to who is Shapiro and Castor and
Well,
Richard. They're the
it's coming
county
from-
commissioners,
No,
right?
it's coming from Aging and Adult Services.
Yeah,
The county
And-
money is coming through Aging and Adult Services.
right, right.
And which is,
What do you mean now? How many agencies? What's that other service you call it?
Aging and Adult
Yeah.
Services.
Is that under, you under
That's-
that?
No, that's Joanne Klein, and that's,
What do they do?
they look out for the seniors of our county. They're a resource. They have case managers, and they serve the needs of the seniors in Montgomery County, hooking them up with agencies of home health and nursing,
okay.
and the senior companion program. We're one of the places that they refer people to
Oh, okay.
when they assess the need of a
Oh, I see.
client.
It's just like a receiving ward. They diagnose a case and shoot over here.
And,
Yeah.
and they make sure that,
Yes.
and they subsidize. If people are low income, then they can get subsidy through the county money,
Right.
through Aging and Adult Services.
But yeah, I want to emphasize to people that the caretaker may need some time, okay? People that are alone, that need someone to talk to or to sit there and turn the TV on, whatever, and give the caretaker time to go out. Don't have to be sick. You don't have to have Alzheimer's. You don't have to have cancer, whatever it may be. Might have a broken leg and can't walk around, you know, in a cast or something. So all these things, I'm expressing these things over and over again. I just want to say one little thing, and you say, well, what did he say?
They may be perfectly healthy, but not able to get out.
Right, right, right.
Human contact is so important.
Yeah.
Socialization.
Oh, yeah. You
And
know,
our volunteers serve as a conduit to the outside world for people who are homebound. They bring information in, resources in. They help them get connected with what they need. And just they're a friend. They're a friend. Our mission is to keep these people living independently at home as long as possible.
you know, being home alone, I mean, like widows, you know, widowers. And so I come from a big family, and I always had somebody in the house and all. But on New Year's Eve, watching Ready for the Ball, my wife didn't feel good, you know. She couldn't tell us she don't feel good, you know. We didn't know. All she was like weak and all. So finally we check and everything. Oh my God, the doctor says she had the flu. So about 10:30 or so, take her to the hospital, Einstein Hospital. So I spent the New Year's Eve in the bedside, you know. But and then when I came home, I was alone, and I mean, it was a funny feeling, you know, that I was alone. And I looked around, and you know, how these people, you know, when a husband or wife dies or someone in the family, and you look at the chair and it's empty, so it kind of, you know, so, but we have to keep forward. We have to, you know, think of helping the other people. That's what I enjoy doing that, you know.
Yep.
So, and now, go over that one more time. You have around 50 people, right? And you cover all Montgomery County.
As best we can, yep. We recruit them from all over the county. And the volunteers don't work very far from where they live.
They do what?
They don't, they visit people who live close to where they live. So nobody travels terribly far.
Yeah.
And we also provide transportation for them if they don't drive. And
Oh, yeah, that's another
many
thing,
of them
right.
don't drive. We use
Right.
the Transnet cab service, and we pay the fare. And we give them mileage reimbursement if they drive.
Oh, I remember the one girl, she used to come by a little van, would pick her up and take her there, you know.
And the volunteers are screened. They go through 29 hours of training. They pass the
What's the training consist of?
The training consists of, well, I put on the training, and I do involve a lot of guest speakers who have areas of expertise to share. But they learn, we emphasize confidentiality, active listening. They learn about hospice. They learn about Alzheimer's and dementia.
Right.
They learn how to be a human guide for people who are visually impaired, how to guide someone with dignity if they can't see well. They learn about grief and loss. They are reminded about nutrition and safe food handling because they likely will be preparing meals, and we want to make sure they do it safely. Oh boy, what else?
Well,
Aging and
they do
adult
more than just
services.
companions. They're not just
Right.
sitting there. They're doing
Right.
that. That's
Right.
so important. And that people should know that, you know, when you're going to be there for 4 hours and you're going to leave the house, you're leaving your loved one with someone,
Who's
you know,
capable.
that, you know, has a training to do what they're supposed to do.
Right.
And they don't do more than what they have to do, you know. I know I have Catherine, she comes on a Friday, and she listens to, puts some music on. She got Dolores singing different songs, you know, and she puts the TV on. And then Dee takes her for walks, and she has a big hat with a red hat. When my wife used to belong to that red hat, so she walks up and down Powell Street, and everybody says, "That lady with the red hat," you know. And then we have,
Marion.
was it
Marion?
Marion. And Marion, so Marion, oh my God, she's something. She's what dances with her, and
She does everything.
yeah, and she's just a lot of fun, you know. So, and I have the other lady, Renata. She's a retired nurse, so she does take medication and well, showers and changes and all that stuff, you know, in the morning. That one, but when they're not there, the Rock got to take care of it, you know.
That's right. That's right.
So.
Well, we're really glad that you found our program.
Yeah, well, I I can't emphasize more for people that need help and are afraid to ask. And it don't cost anything. It's not going to cost you any money. There's agencies. That's why we have these agencies. Let's put them to work. You know, it's the same thing with the district attorney's office, the police department. They're all there to help you, you know. And that's...
Speaking of the police department, we do a Pennsylvania State criminal background check on all of our volunteers. We've been doing that since the beginning. But now, new to us, we have to do an FBI fingerprinting on all of our new on the new
Well, that's
volunteers.
a good idea.
It's a good idea, and it's an expensive idea.
Yes.
It's $27.50 a person.
What, to do it? They charge you?
Thank you.
Hello, Attorney General. You're the chief law enforcement officer. Why are you charging these volunteers, how much?
$27.50.
$27 to fingerprint. Go to the police station and get it done for nothing. Okay, I'll call you back. All right, you're busy? Good. Okay, keep busy. Bye-bye.
And they're not even
Can you
charging.
imagine that?
No.
I can't believe that.
They're not charging the volunteers. They're charging us, the agency.
Well, the volunteers are the ones that are suffering,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because they're taking money out of the pot.
It's taken, right. Well, we're not allowed to use our grant money for
So
it.
who should be complaining?
We,
I think the district attorney should be able to do that. How many, you're only talking about how many people a year? Maybe 100 people in a year would be fingerprinted?
oh my gosh, not for my program. No,
No.
for mine
So
alone.
why would you have to pay $27?
Maybe 15, 20 people.
If I don't hear anything from the Attorney General, I'll call the President. Okay?
Thank you.
Right.
Because we
It's all right.
really need help there.
Okay, hey, listen, I'm not kidding. Right now, you'll hear from me. But go ahead,
So
tell me more.
We also provide continuing education for our volunteers. So they have a monthly in-service meeting where
Oh, that's right. On was the third Friday
you got it.
of the month at
Yeah.
1 o'clock. I mean,
It's
from 12 to 1 or so?
10 to 12:30.
Or 10, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
10 to
and,
12:30, and it's a time for socializing. It's a time just to bring the whole
Yeah.
group together. Bagels, coffee, pastries. We get donations from Panera and Einstein to help us with that. So
I
grateful.
understand they made an announcement. You were going to be on the show here at the last meeting. Is that right?
Yes.
I thought they did,
I
yeah.
made that
So
announcement.
now if
yes.
I give you the tape, you'll show this here to, you know?
Absolutely, they want to see it.
Did you want to say anything that some of the people in the audience, that it's going to be in your audience?
It's my audience. Yep.
Yeah, or your,
Oh,
or your volunteer, your companion people?
Just that you make me so proud, so very proud to run this program.
Oh, I'm telling you. Well, I know that everyone talks. Well, when I first come on, and the girls would say, "Call Deb, call Deb." You know, everything was Deb. I think it was Deb. You know, but you're well respected,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
I can't think. Well, I think of, but I think you're perfect for the job.
Thank you
You
very
have the
much.
education to go with it, and that's important. So we're not. It's not a political thing where they just put you in a job to ground escorting or placing people in different places. I think that's so important today. Now, well, maybe in September, you want to come back and we'll talk about some of the other things that are going on. Okay?
Sure, absolutely, that'd be great.
So listen, thanks a lot.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
It's been
thank you.
fun.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for allowing us to come into your home, and may God bless each and every one. Keep bobbing and weaving. Lawrence Welk says, keep a song in your heart. Cisco says, check your heart, doctor. Okay? Adios. Okay, here to go. To your health.
To your health.
A la salud. That means your health. Good. Thank you. And here's a little token appreciation from, and they did this for me. They donated Bridgeport Trophy. And it says, tell them what it says.
It says, thanks for being a guest on the Hank Cisco TV show, Comcast Channel 28, Verizon Channel 45, NASD TV. Thank you.
Good.